Today, a 35-year-old woman claims she's too high value for any man working a 9 to 5, and Kevin Samuels is here to break down the reality behind that mindset.
I can't know who the guy is, but the guy has to know he's coming on a date with me.
Yes, of course. Now,
Okay.
now I need to hear the prerequisites. I need to hear
Fair
what
use.
do they have to have?
A
Tall,
little older.
Older. What's the
older.
age?
He can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why not?
There, she got in all kind of trouble when she said that statement right there. He cannot have a 9 to 5. He cannot have a 9 to 5.
You don't want him to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
So
like
he can't
clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn,
I
B.
think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Okay, but still, there's people who have really good jobs with vocational skills. If he's a mechanic,
I'm sure, but no, you're not gonna understand my lifestyle. You're not gonna understand why I'm up at 3 a.m.
Damn, you're making this hard for me. Okay, all right.
You know, he has to be an entrepreneur,
a business owner. He getting one of them stimulus packages from Donald Trump, one of them small business loans, and he ain't buying jewelry with it.
Or moving into that direction.
Yeah. All right, I got you. Okay, a business owner.
You support rollerball?
Why did it just do that? Oh my God. I don't know why it's doing this. But that's what she said. Nick Cannon was going back and forth with her, talking about, hey, I'm going to hook you up and I'm going to set you up. And basically, she came in and said, off the rip, he cannot be a 9 to 5 guy. He can't be a 9 to 5 guy. He has to be an entrepreneur, or else he would not understand the kind of things that she's going through and her mindset. Now, I want everybody in the chat room, all the men in the chat room, if you agree with what she said, put a 1 in the chat room. If you disagree, put a 2. Just the men. And let's understand, you know, I've heard people kind of trying to clarify what she meant, you know, from a 9 to 5 job. Anybody who's not an entrepreneur, I've heard somebody say, is a 9 to 5 job. And she subsequently came in and tried to clarify what she was talking about. That's what she did. She subsequently came in and tried to clarify what she was talking about. My question is she wrong for saying what she said? I'm seeing all these ones. What are all these ones for? All the guys in here are saying, you know, she was wrong for saying this. I want to know why. Why is she wrong for saying what she said? What did she say that was so wrong? Because, you know, I've made videos talking about how women overlook blue collar men and this and that. But are women like B Simone wrong? I mean, let's take B Simone out of it. I mean, let's be realistic, guys. She's in entertainment and she's a millionaire. But we've also heard this kind of sentiment coming from women who have college degrees, in particular graduate degrees, masters, PhDs. I'm successful. It's the hypergamy argument. And I want to know why. All right, Jazzy Jeff, here's what's not going to happen today, man. You're not going to come in here and do what you did yesterday. If I see you in the chat room just going ham, ranting, I'm going to just go ahead and boot you, dude. I don't want you spamming my chat yesterday. Everybody gets one day, but that's it. I want to know why you guys are so upset at this woman for saying this. When I just yesterday did a broadcast talking about high value men and the women they want, keep, and marry. And I said that high value men purposely segregate themselves away from non-feminine, uncooperative women. And see, you had no problem when I was talking about high value men having their standard and separating themselves from people who weren't on their program. But then I'm seeing some of you same guys who were big up in that yesterday. And when this woman who's a millionaire comes in and starts talking about what she doesn't want, you got an issue with it. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. I want to know from you guys. I'm sorry, I'm adjusting some things in the chat room because I'm not gonna have a bunch of BS today. All right. So, who is B Simone? Go do your homework. I'm not gonna. I mean, you know, she's a. Go do your homework. I mean, you came in the show asking who B Simone is. I mean, why are you here? And I mean, seriously. But at the end of the day, she is a woman who has earned quite a bit of money. She's officially a millionaire, and she can have her standard. And I came at this from a couple of reasons. One, I don't think she's wrong for wanting what she wants. See, and the guys who have a problem with what she says, you're hypocrites, especially if you're in these manosphere spaces, because you're some of these guys are the same guys that will sit around and talk about a man's right to choose. You can deserve to want a 10 or nothing. It's a free country. You can want what you want. You can want what you want. That's how this thing works. If that's her standard, that's her standard. That's her standard. And if it bothers you that she's actually saying 9 to 5, factory, blue collar, oh well. Oh well. But here's the other side of it. Well, let me say this. B Simone is she has her profession listed as an actor. And if you see her, you know, she is not an unattractive woman. Let me go ahead and throw her up on, let me see if I can throw some stuff up with her on it. She's not an unattractive woman. But where she gets herself into trouble is, I think B Simone has overestimated her actual true value. She's overestimated her actual true value. See, this is where women like B Simone, women who are highly educated, women who earn a lot, have advanced degrees, tend to screw yourselves up. You tend to overestimate yourself. And you are trying to get men to value you the same way we value women. No, that's not how it works.
You don't want to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustler.
This is B Simone. This is B Simone, okay? She's not an unattractive woman, okay? She's not an unattractive woman by any stretch of the imagination. And we all know, I'll put it this way. I know good and doggone well that if you guys had the kind of money that this woman has.
Baby girl, baby boo.
Let's go ahead and watch this video. Fair use. Fair use. Fair use. Fair use.
Everything in my life, I have manifested it. These edges, they were gone as fuck. Manifested them back, okay? This waist. It's getting there. I'm still hungry. I'm not eating. I'm eating air, but I'm manifesting. I believe one day.
Okay, we can see right there. She is, obviously, she is not a size 4. She's not a size 6. She ain't seen 4 or 6 since she was probably like 8 years old. She's got a waist trainer on. You know? And from what I know of her, she's a solid 6. And therein lies the problem with women like B. Simone. Understand something. The kind of men you say you want, the entrepreneurs, the hustlers, the guys who are, first off, let me be real. I'm gonna have to say something that's gonna probably tick a lot of black folks off, especially in entertainment, but I don't care. The world, it's not the same. Becoming rich, becoming a millionaire in entertainment is not the same as becoming a millionaire on Wall Street. It's just not. The money spends the same. I get it. But the esteem that comes along with actually having to earn money versus being talented, those are two different things. I spoke about that yesterday when I talked about, you know, how different people make their money. Like it or not, people judge. And honestly, no one takes actors and entertainers seriously outside of their craft, which is why we have such a problem in black community when you got athletes and entertainers speaking for us on political matters. No. So, if B. Simone were not an entertainer, if she just was a regular woman who went to college or whatever, you'd be qualifying for a dude that's probably around high 5 figures. High 5 figures would be best you're gonna get. You're a 6. You're a 6 on your best day. Because that weight that's on you only goes north. So all this entrepreneurialism and all other kind of stuff, no, ma'am, it doesn't work that way. Let me take it off B. Simone and let me give you a different example. Let me give you a different example. Jill Scott. Anybody saying that, you're a freaking liar. And you need to knock it off. That woman didn't say anything insulting to any 9-to-5 guy. And more importantly, what she truly said is she wants men like you. She wants men like you. CIA men. Confident, intelligent, assertive. She wants entrepreneurial type men. And what did she say? I want a man who understands when I'm in the bed at 3 o'clock in the morning responding to text messages, he's doing something for the same. I completely understand it. And guys, you know the same thing. You want someone on your level, equally yoked. The problem, B. Simone, is when I said Jill Scott. See, the problem is you are a 6 at best. You're cute. You're not Fallout fine. And you're thick. Voluptuous. I'll give you that. Thick, voluptuous, okay? The men who have to go make it, I'm not talking about the athletes and the entertainers. I'm talking about Blake Henry. Brad, Lee, Ahmed, Keith, and Enrique. My Henrys The Henrys, the Blake Henrys, the Blue Henrys, the guys who have to get out there and hustle and compete and work against other people, when they get up to that high earning amount, when they get up to the millions, when you got a man who's making 7 figures, he's not picking a woman based upon her being an entrepreneur. He's not picking a woman based upon her hustling. He's picking a woman based on feminine beauty, inspiration, submission, cooperation. And this is the problem a lot of you so-called boss bees, you driven kind of women have. You are trying to choose men like men choose women. Sorry. This is why you see high earning entertainers marrying 9-to-5 guys, because that's the only thing your looks qualify you for. So, due respect, B. Simone. I think you're off base. If you're judging, you think that you can go out and do it like men, and you can't. You need somebody like myself to help you craft a PR damage control statement. What you would be better off saying is, I prefer dating a man who's corporate, who's entrepreneurial. That means you could date an accountant, a physician, an attorney, someone who went to college and has their own business and they went white collar. Or if you decide to date a Blue Henry, that owns who could own their own logistics firm, their own electrical contracting firm, building contractors. See, the problem with women like B. Simone is you don't understand how men make money. Number one. Number two, because due respect, you make your money as an entertainer. You don't, if that did not exist, if this were the world it was 300 years ago, where entertainers, musicians, and all they could really do, that did not used to be a viable career path. People will go from town to town singing for their supper. Entertainers have never been high earners. They were a step above begging. Unless you were a master painter like Leonardo da Vinci or something like that, of which you had patrons. So don't get this whole internet fame and all this other kind of stuff. Get out, make your money, do everything you have to do. But when it comes to mating and dating, that does not matter for women. And that's the problem many women have. Many women want to be able to bring that to the table and say, well, yes, I'm a 6 in looks, but I'm a 9, or I'm a 6 in looks, but I'm a 10 in my income potential. Sorry. You can come in, you can hang in VIP with us. But I mean, if anybody ever asked us, think about it. Slow mode is on. That's what it comes down to. I'm gonna open up the call line, let everybody sound off. Remember, keep it respectful. And also, let me go ahead and play the rest of this.
It'll be little. I do. Everything I have, my dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9-to-5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9-to-5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody has the same lifestyle.
I'll tell you right now, all this stuff would drive the average Blake Henry up the wall. No. You're doing too much to be able to land a true high value man. And you need to be able to hear this, because this can be worked with. I mean, I mean, you're not an unattractive woman, but you're talking as if you are a 10 from a straight up looks standpoint. You're all out of line with this, sis. You're not a 10 from look standpoint. I mean, but understand, this is not an unattractive woman. And I am down for her saying her standards. But what you do, ma'am, is in a very real way, you price yourself completely out of the market. That is what you do. You price yourself completely out of the market when you start talking like this. I need a man who's on my level, and I need a man who's this. I need a man who's that. I need a man who's this. I need a man who's that. Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. But the men who have all the stuff that you need, why do they want you? Why do they want a B. Simone? Why do they want a Jill Scott? Why do they want any of that when they could have a Phoebe or a Gidget? When they can have, why would they want any of this stuff? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, she sounds like a turkey. Listen to that.
To do with money, everything to do with lifestyle, okay? Career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the same lifestyle. To do with money.
You need an entrepreneur. Sis, you're an entertainer. Very good one. But it's not like, in times of national emergency, the country turns and says, what's going on Wild 'N Out? What's B. Simone saying? It's not like you're a C-level executive. It's not like you're running a major organization, employing anybody. You're an influencer. I love it. You're $1 million influencer. I will be one too. Hashtag Millionaires Club. We're going to make this happen. Oh, and understand, in order to make it happen, this audience will continue to grow. And it's going to diversify. If you think I only service black people, wrong. Shout out to O'Shea was talking about Young Pharaoh. And Young Pharaoh, black woman is God, dude. Now I got 10, 12,000 people watching his videos, and now he's all of a sudden United Colors of Benetton. Yeah. Black men, you better be prepared to sell out. Because that's what it's going to be called. You're going to sell out. Yeah, broaden your horizons. Like it or not, YouTube, these platforms are not, we're 13% of the population. I am not going to limit myself to 13% of the money. And that's why I'm not going to cut out women. So tomorrow's stream is going to be talking about why women are not the enemy. So yeah, you dudes better get your shit together. I don't know what that is. He said, I'm not black. Congratulations. Welcome. She contributes nothing to mankind except humor.
Everything to do with lifestyle, okay? When I'm in the bed at 3 a.m. checking emails, what you doing, babe? Working. What you doing? Working. Okay, love you. You want to hop on a flight tomorrow? I have a meeting in out of town. You want to go? You got okay, let's go. Okay, you understand my life. You understand what I'm going through.
I got a meeting tomorrow, so and so and so. No, men like this can't just hop on a flight to go follow you for some meeting in BFE. They have deadlines and forecasts and finance calls. They have meetings with the street. They got to go talk with new investors. R&D has something going on. There's a new product launch. There's a problem in the factory in China. They got real issues. They cannot just pick up and go live an influencer's life like I just did from Buckhead, live from life with our camera. See, that's the difference, young B. Simone 30. I actually was in corporate America. And that's a problem with a lot of you young influencers. You have never had to do anything real in your life. You've never had to go out and actually work amongst people. So you've got to twist it and think that all someone has to do is just become an entrepreneur. And then they could be a millionaire just like you. And the reality is your career while you may be extremely talented, your looks have helped you gain a following. If you look like Precious, I guarantee you, you would not be a millionaire on this day. And my point is, understand some humility is kind of needed for you ladies. Humility is needed because really, the way y'all talk, wow.
I'm gonna manifest that. What do you want in a man? What do you want? Let's start there. What do you want? Let's manifest it, baby. You can have it. Whatever you want, you can have it. Manifest that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. Ain't nothing wrong.
Let me talk about this other silly, stupid shit these women talk about. Manifest, like just reading The Secret. See, you can tell a woman who never really doesn't understand men. Men cannot manifest their way into VIP. Men have to become a VIP. Men cannot just think and grow rich. Men have to think, work, and grow rich. We cannot just get by on our looks and our cleavage. We actually have to do things. Hashtag show your work. So you sitting around talking about, I manifested my edges and I manifested this and I manifested that. That's cute. But you don't manifest a Fortune 500 company. You build one. And it's built with hard work, long-term thinking, consistency, structure, discipline. Everything that women are not by nature. Let's fly off to Dubai or whatever for a meeting. And that sounds sexy to you. You can just jump and jump and jump. Yeah, you have no responsibility. You have no structure. See, the men who make the kind of money you're talking about have tremendous amount of structure around them. So yes, it may seem 9 to 5 may seem boring to you, which is why so many of women like you end up dealing with D-boys or athletes and entertainers because they also have that individual earning potential that does not require a lot of structure. And where does that lead? To exactly where Jill Scott is, single. Now see, B, if you were not a sister, show me where your white female influences are moving the way you are, talking about 9 to 5 men the way you are. Unfortunately, many of you sisters talk like you're better than you. You talk as if you believe you're truly better than black men. And that's what the world hears. This is another black woman talking as if she's better than all of black manhood. And other groups of women laugh at you because they know they would never say anything as foolish as what you're talking about. Because all it takes for you to come down to reality, B. Simone, is one wrong post. You are one viral video away, one internet canceling away from being back at Forever 21 selling shit. Female influencers like you are a dime a dozen. The industry eats women like you up. No different than, adult models. I mean, what are you bringing to the marketplace that's never been there before? You're not disrupting the market. You're just the flavor of the day. And what you really need is a structured, solid man to actually root you down and saying, okay, in this 36-month time frame you're going to have, let's maximize all of this and let's take everything you can make now and let's grow it to where it does not have to, you won't have to continue to try to be this 30-year-old something. How many 40-year-old influencers do you see running around like you? You're 30. You've got 2 years left before you age out. What, you think you're going to have somebody around you, young, who's going to have that kind of wisdom? Let's get it. Yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna open it up. I mean, like I said, I don't fault her for wanting what she wants.
Wrong with an entrepreneur ass nigga. Manifest whatever you want. I want to manifest an entrepreneur ass husband. I don't care what you do. Entrepreneur, graphic designer, sell t-shirts, sell drugs, rapper.
See? Entrepreneur husband. And what did she go to? I don't care what you do. Sell t-shirts. She didn't say a franchise owner. She didn't say, actually have a real career. What did she say?
I'm becoming rapper, D-list. I don't give a fuck. Entrepreneur, okay? At this point, I'm about to rebuy my book. I'm about to rebuy my book so I can manifest my husband. Whatever you want, you can manifest it. Link in bio. Book just restocked. We will sell out. Good luck.
What'd she say? I don't care. Sell t-shirts. Sell this, sell that. And you knew it was coming. Sell drugs. Become a rapper. You deserve to get drugged for that stupid shit you just said. Because if you're a millionaire talking like that, you're a high-class hoochie. You're a high-dollar hoochie at this point. Your money has outpaced your class. And I mean that. Your money has outpaced your class. Classless. For you to be a million dollar woman who owns businesses and all the other kind of stuff, talking about you don't want a 9-to-5 guy. You'd rather have a dude that sells t-shirts or CDs or is a drug dealer or a D-list rapper. I understand you're a comedian, but in all comedy, there's a bit of truth. That's why you're getting drugged over here. See, women like you, I got no problem with your standards. But you, women like her, are the kind of women who end up at 37 years old wondering why they can't find a good man. Where are all the good men? And then you start asking, and over the course of their life, they had many opportunities. This is another Buffalo Bill. This is a BB. This is a BB right here, a Buffalo Bill.
Ma'am, let's get something straight. You're 35 and you're saying you don't want a man with a 9-to-5 because you're high value. But high value isn't a claim, it's a category, and it's based on demand, results, and outcomes, not personal opinion. Most men who make real money didn't start with free time. They worked, they built, they sacrificed. A 9-to-5 man isn't low value, he's stable, he's consistent. He's the kind of man societies are built on. You're looking for a lifestyle, not a partnership. And at 35, the question isn't, what do you want? The real question is, what do the men you want from you? High-value men choose femininity, cooperation, and peace.